All right, this is a short video to show how to get started with mirroring the iPad onto the Mac. And this is how the mirroring looks when you get done. It's really sweet. You can explain everything on the Mac by show whatever you have on the iPad. I'm writing over here on the iPad. On the Mac. And that's beautiful. Okay, so I mean, I know my writing is bad. I'm going to get a new stylus here soon, but I want to be able to do that. And yet at the same time, I'm very much concerned about if you go and look at this, using something called airserver as a software, and I'm very much concerned about this iOS 7 and iPad mirroring issue that they describe here. A critical bug in iOS causes the mirroring component in iPad 3 and 4 to freeze. To make matters worse, iOS automatically drops the mirroring connection 45 seconds after the iPad. So I don't know, it doesn't say the iPad Air has this problem, but it seems like it has this problem. And here's a sure way to get this working. So the first thing I do, and usually we're talking about an in-class presentation here, so you don't want to really mess around if possible to avoid these problems. You can I want to restart the iPad and have a sort of a clean start with the iPad. And then when you do that, then you want to go to the swipe up from the bottom on the iPad. Let's see if I can do that here. I'm going to go back to my home screen on the iPad and show this here. I don't need that, but I want to just go back to the home screen and swipe up from the bottom. It's kind of hard, a little tricky. And right now, I guess it's only showing, but AirDrop, and I don't quite understand because I am right now doing AirPlay, but if you do this, you should see an icon, not there, an AirDrop, but, well, there it is right there, in this, and it comes up and it says, do you want to do AirPlay? And of course you want to do AirPlay in this area here, but and then you want to do mirroring, and so you want to set it on mirroring, and when you do that, then up comes let's try that. So so you show that, and you click on Jeff Gramlich's new Mac and mirroring, and I'm gonna. If I hit that green button, my mirror on the Mac is going to go away. Let's try it. So it went away, and now I'm going to try it again. AirPlay, Jeff Gramlich, and mirroring. I'm going to click that on, and it comes back. But I haven't always found that it always works like that. And so one of the things I've had to do is to go to on the Mac this software called airserver, which is always on. It seems to be on all the time, and actually go to it, and it shows up in this little icon up here, and if it doesn't work, you have to quit airserver and then relaunch it in here. And it's in that process that I was able to get it all started again. Let's try that, and I'll show you. So I'm going to quit airserver, and that's going to take away my iPad screen. And Now I'm going to launch airserver. It's already highlighted here. And you see that I get this display, this airserver up in the top here. Now I'm going to go back to my iPad and swipe up from the bottom, tap on AirPlay, tap on Jeff Gramlich, and tap on mirroring, and we're back to working. And then if I want to show it as a big screen, I just, on the Mac, hit this arrow button here, and we are in business. And then if I want to go back to a smaller screen, I can do this. That'll make it smaller like that, or I can do like that. It makes it a window. So that's how to run AirPlay and AirServer on the Mac. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to show you, show myself or whatever, is that on the iPad, all of this works only if your iPad doesn't go to sleep. So if you take 5 minutes or to have a discussion in class, then the iPad goes to sleep and you have to reestablish the connection. So one thing you can do is go to General and Settings over here. What this is all about. Oh, this is a processing. I don't think it's very helpful. But you can't really get rid of it so much as, this bottom thing. But what I can do is change the auto lock time, and you can change it, of course, to, I've got it set by default at 5 minutes, but I could click it to never, or 15 minutes for a classroom presentation, and that would keep it from going to sleep. Because if you go back here to this it says, to make matters worse, iOS automatically drops the mirroring connection 45 seconds after the iPad auto locks, forcing the user to reestablish mirroring multiple times during a presentation, eventually freezing up the mirroring component again. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to have it auto lock, and you can do that by over in the mirroring session. I don't know, just setting it to 15 minutes or never, wherever. I currently have it set on 5 minutes. There you go, and how to set up AirPlay and show the iPad on the Mac.